Cinco de Mayo. Good morning from southern Colorado, Cortez. I am on this dirt road going to the Yucca House National Monument. About 9 miles out of town, so why not? Check another one off of my National Park Service sites list. Okay. Dirt roads was a little hesitant, but National Park site, right? So here we go. Let's see. Getting close. It's supposed to be near that ranch house there. I'd love to live in the scenery like this. Cows. Alright, here I am, Yucca House National Monument, which is right there. I'm going to walk to it. Kind of odd, you're right here in front of somebody's house, like it's somebody's driveway basically. I'm almost parked in, but that's scenery. Kind of an odd national monument, technically part of Mesa Verde, I think, but let's get closer. Yucca House National Monument, fine example of Valley Pueblo. If I can get this gate open. Cloudy this morning. There's cattle around here. I saw them and I thought, wow, look at all those tasty Whataburgers. And then I saw the calves and I was like, oh, okay. Ever since Emma had her pups, it's the little critters. Pay attention to little critters. Got us some walls here. So it's just it. It's just a wall. I think the scenery out here should be the main draw. If this is just this section of wall. Huh. This other trail. Let's see. Maybe I just went to the wrong side. Walk around it. Nope, it's just this wall. Alright. Wouldn't say a wasted trip because of the scenery, but if I knew it was just this, I probably wouldn't have come out. Maybe they should take this spot off of the stamp books. There's nothing here, really. But I did see some ranchers on their horses, and I did see some baby calves, some Whataburger Juniors. So, alright, I think I'm headed off to Hovenweep or something like that. About an hour's drive, so see you there. You get to see a miniature cattle drive right here in front of me. fun. Cattle jam just to get out of the monument. It's okay, it gives me time to clean up the dirty car just a little bit. What a burger. Just like you like it. Hovenweep National Monument in Utah. Close to the Colorado border. Might catch a trail. Should catch a trail. Let's see what it's like here. Got about a 2-mile loop trail around the visitor center. So that's what I'm gonna do. About 2 miles, not bad. And I'm gonna go see some ruins. Hovenweep. It's supposed to mean abandoned or deserted canyon, but I think I might be wrong. Don't correct me, let me feel like I'm important, like I know what I'm saying. But anyways, got a high wind advisory, so if you hear a bunch of wind, that's what it is. I'm gonna be cutting the video off and on as I see things, so you're not stuck with 40 minutes of me just walking. So, all right. First stop's Little Ruined Canyon, and this is what you see. Some twin towers there. Peaceful. Little runaway trail they got me on. Kind of nice, got some slick rock. Not slick really, but I'll find a way to slip. Eroded boulder house. See this? I guess it's this right here. Boulder house. Whoa. Sleeping Ute Mountain. There it is. It's supposed to look like a Ute native laying on his back with his head, nose, chin going to his chest, all the way down his body to his feet. Sleeping Ute. Little plaque here says that it's seen throughout all of the Four Corners region. I thought about going to the Four Corners Monument, but then I was told that it's not really in the correct place. Almost a touristy trap, but at some point I'll make it. But right here, Sleeping Ute Mountain. Continuing over here, I think this might be the Hovenweep Castle. Right about here. On my runway. People over here, it's nice to see other people. Maybe one of them will talk to me. I always like the sound of walking on gravel. When I was younger, I wanted to have a driveway made of gravel so I could hear the crunching on the tires. And I guess nowadays they call it ASMR. Back then I just knew I liked the way it sounded. Hovenweep Castle. Castle, other side, and then down into the Square Tower. It's nice, a little chilly out here. It's supposed to be 72 today, but it's windy. Pretty as it is, I bet it gets cold, and I don't do cold. Snow is evil, so I might be getting some of that in Colorado later on in my trip. Hope not. Castle from the other side. Sleeping Ute. Now that I know that's what it's called, that's all I see. Square Tower. Yeah, it just looks like a sleeping guide to me. If you've ever read or seen The Life of Pi, it talks about an island being the shape of a sleeping woman's form, and it reminds me of that a little bit. Although there's nothing on there that's going to kill me, because I ain't going up there. But it just means I kind of look like half of a face. Luchador mask or something. Here are the Twin Towers. This side. Touch on Twin Towers. I'm gonna call them David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Go Spurs, go. Came down a really steep trail, but now I'm in the canyon. Surprised it didn't fall, actually. Boots don't have much grip on them, but I'm gonna have to climb up at some point. But I'm in the canyon. I think that right there's that dome house. But alright. A lot more steeper than this is what I had to go down. There's an elderly couple behind me. I don't know if they're gonna make it. But I think they just turned around. So time to move on up to the west side. Here we go. Back to where I started. Trail back here, back to the visitor center. There they are. David Robinson and Tim Duncan. The Strong House. On to the next place. Heading into the natural bridges. Still about a half an hour out. But this is what I'm seeing. Got some curvy roads coming up. Utah is some of the prettiest land that I've ever seen. All this rock, the red in it, a lot of iron in there. Natural bridges, monument. I don't think I'm going to be talking too much during this part, because it's very windy and there's a lot of people around, and I don't want them to hear me talking to myself and think I'm crazy. I've been talking to myself so the scenery here is one of the bridge overlooks. trailhead, go down in there. I ain't doing it. It's cold and I'm old. This reminds me a lot of Horseshoe Bend, Page, Arizona. It's called Horse Collar. Some good memories of Page, Arizona, and Kanab, Utah, and Horseshoe Bend. Except when I was there, I broke out into hives everywhere for some reason. But that wasn't fun. But the scenery was great. No river down there, but memories. Very narrow roads here.
Decent command, Gray. Swinging a foul, Massey, pretty good cut at that 0-2
Dirty
pitch.
windshield.
Gray's last start was probably his best start.
It's a nice
of the
little
year.
loop though, loop drive.
Yep, his first win was against Washington. Final score was 7-1.
Luckily it's just a one-way.
Going outside 1-2 to the Royals second baseman. John Gray against Washington, his last start, 8 innings, just 3 hits, 1 run. Didn't walk any.
The Kachina Bridge. Trees, the forms they make. I know somebody that would see that and think firewood. Then I would just say some people like to watch the world burn. Pretty trees though. I don't know if they're loud or not, but the forms are cool. Attempt to go to this one underneath it. It's only 0.2 miles. Let's see. That view of the bridge from up at the viewpoint was okay. It wasn't great. The sky's dark, so it kind of blended in with the background. So I'm gonna take this little, it's supposed to be 0.2 miles, hike on down there and see what it looks like from underneath. You can see it right there. Closer to it. There's a bridge right there. Be careful climbing down. Last time I tried to climb down a hill in Utah on some slick rock, I fell and broke my ass outside of Kanab, so being kind of careful. I don't have anybody to help me or laugh at me this time, so cameraman, trying not to fall and break my ass in Utah again. But there's the bridge. I'm gonna go get closer without falling and breaking my ass. And there it is. Hard to see it. There it is. Closer. It's amazing how nature made these steps right here. Under the bridge. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Although I don't think they were talking about geological formations. Man, this trail keeps going. Really get under there. Take a little seat here underneath the bridge. Ran into an older couple just now that took my picture, and they're from Idaho. So that's southern Idaho, Boise and Idaho Falls in that area. Shouldn't have any snow right now, so should I go into Idaho? In a couple days until I gotta be in Denver for the game, but it's tempting, especially if I make it up into Salt Lake City, basically in Idaho. Or as I like to say, Idaho. But the trail goes down farther, and it's miles, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go on back. But under the bridge. And I'm not gonna film my climb back up because I'm sure I'm gonna be breathing hard and cussing. So here we go, back to the car. All right, look at those red canyons. Fixing to go back through this real thin pass, which I thought was cool. Sorry, it's not that focused. I'm trying not to run off the edge here. But look at that right there. That's pretty cool. Over here a little bit. Zoom in. It's cool how they can just cut through a mountain like that, or a hill. I'm sure there was something there a little bit, but they finished it off. Look at this. There's a spot like this going north from the Grand Canyon up into, I think it was Williams. Reminds me of that. Stop, maybe find something to eat, and then I don't know, maybe push on towards Price. Look at that, the sun coming through the clouds. I was told at the last national monument that dark skies, and maybe around Price the sky might be open. Maybe we can see some Milky Way or something, but coming into Moab. Beauty of Moab. Leaving, headed towards Green River, Utah. I'm gonna go ahead and park up there for the night. But these red cliffs. I'm sure the video's not doing it justice, especially since my car windows are tinted and it's stormy, but Moab. I gotta come back sometime. Do some things. They got a skydiving. I've always wanted to kind of try that, but we'll see. Headed towards Green River, Utah. Might have already said that. But it's been a day full of rocks. So, kind of windy here. Alright, I'm going to shut this one down.